All right, let's talk about the dream, right? That idea of having a business that's making money for you 24/7, even while you're sleeping. It's the ultimate goal, but there's always that one huge hurdle. The tech. It feels impossible. Well, today, we're going to tear down that wall. I'm going to show you how you can build an automated online sales machine. And no, you do not need to be a tech expert. Let's get into it.
So, here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll tackle the whole dream versus technology problem. Then, we'll shift our thinking to strategy over code. After that, I'll show you exactly how the machine works. We'll look at the tools that make it easy. And finally, we'll redefine your new role as the strategist.
Okay, let's dive into part one, the dream versus technology. This is all about the big goal we're chasing and that one big thing that always seems to get in the way. I mean, this quote really hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? This is what it's all about. We're not just talking about creating another job for yourself. We're talking about building a real asset, something that works for you, around the clock, giving you that freedom and scalability you've been looking for. And it's all powered by a system that you create.
But then reality hits. You hear words like funnel, automation, landing page, and it just sounds like a foreign language, right? It could feel completely overwhelming. You look at all that technical stuff and think, there's no way. I'm not a coder. It's an impossible mountain to climb.
So, how do we get over that mountain? Well, it all starts with a really important shift in how you think about it, which brings us to our second section, strategy over code. Now, this right here is the absolute game changer. Listen, you do not need to become a programmer. Forget about mastering code. The real secret, the key, is just understanding the logic of how a customer goes from being a stranger to a buyer. It's all about strategy and a little bit of psychology, not programming.
So, let's redefine what this thing even is. An automated sales machine? It's not some complicated piece of software. A better way to think about it is as a strategic ecosystem. Yeah. Just a bunch of simple parts, all connected, all working together automatically with one single purpose: to turn a casual visitor into a happy customer.
Okay, ecosystem sounds cool, but what does it actually look like? How does it work? Well, in Section 3, we're going to pull back the curtain and see exactly how this machine operates step by step.
So it's actually a pretty logical flow. It all starts with step 1, traffic. Getting eyeballs on your stuff. Then, in step 2, they hit a landing page where you offer them something free, a lead magnet, in exchange for their email. Once you have that, step 3, the email automation kicks in. This is where you build trust. That leads them to step 4, the sales page, which does the selling. And it doesn't stop there. Step 5 is the post-purchase follow-up. See? Each step just naturally flows into the next. And really, it boils down to these 3 core pieces. The landing page is like your digital handshake. It's where you capture their contact info. Then, the email sequence is your automated relationship builder. It warms them up, builds trust. And finally, the sales page is your tireless salesperson working 24/7 to close the deal. And here's the best part. You build all of this with simple drag-and-drop tools. I'm serious, no code at all.
Now I know, no code might sound a little too good to be true, but it's totally possible thanks to some amazing modern tools. And that's what we're talking about in Section 4, the tools that do the heavy lifting for you. What really changed the game was the arrival of these all-in-one platforms. These things were literally built for people like us, entrepreneurs, creators, not for hardcore developers. They put everything you need, your landing pages, your email automation, your payment processing, all into one simple dashboard. They handle all the complicated tech stuff so you can just focus on what you're good at, your message and your strategy.
And the cool thing is, you have options based on what you need. Let's say you're just starting out and want something super simple and straightforward. GetResponse is perfect for that. But if you're building something a bit more complex, something with more moving parts, then a tool like Systema.io might be a better fit. You see, the decision isn't about which one is technically superior, it's about which one fits your strategy.
And that brings us back to this quote, which is so important. Technology is just the means. It's not the end goal. It's just a tool. The tools don't make your business great. Your strategy does. The tech is just the car that gets your vision from point A to point B. So, if the tech is just a tool and your vision is what really drives everything, then what's your job in all of this? Well, that's what we're covering in our final section. We're talking about your new role, the strategist. It's time to go from being a technician to being a visionary. Yeah, let's just completely tear up your old job description. Your job isn't to be in the engine room, getting greasy and messing with the code. No, your job is to be the architect, the person who draws up the blueprints. You're the digital strategist who designs the whole system. Your real value is in the big picture, in your vision.
Because once you let the automation handle all the tedious, manual stuff, your focus can shift to the things that actually move the needle. You finally have the time to really get to know your customer, to craft the perfect message, to look at the data and see what's actually working, and then tweak things to make it even better. That is how you get real, sustainable growth.
And so here we are, full circle. The whole technical how to do it problem, it's gone. It's solved. It's off the table. The question you need to ask yourself is no longer, can I actually build this thing? The question now is, okay, what am I going to build? Now that the tech barrier is gone, now that you're free to just be the strategist, what's your machine going to look like?